mystery stamping for the month of January. I am Danny Garola, pinkbarnstamper.com, coming to you from Tucson, Arizona, and it's quite windy here today. I see a few of you guys popping in. Hello, we have Lisa and we have Wendy and we have Linda and Judy Ann. Sorry, my phone kept telling me that I needed to reconnect, but it was staying live. So I don't know what the heck was going on. So we'll just hope. And if I need to delete that first part of me trying to get set up here, then I'll do so. But as far as it looks like we are moving right along here. And let me click on this so I can see any comments that we might have coming in here. Can you guys all see me okay? I don't know if it's another setting that has changed, but oh geez, I tell you what, every single time I try to do it, it seems like something has changed. I don't know. Anyways, it looks like we're here. Thank you, Lisa, for letting me know. Yes, Linda, thank you so much. Good. Sorry about that, you guys. Hopefully you didn't have to endure that whole beginning part. Okay, so I have got a great little card for you guys today. I think you guys are really going to enjoy creating not just the card that you make today, but obviously you can take the layout that I'm going to share with you and make many cards to come, because it is a layout that is maybe one that you've already used in the past, or maybe it's one that you currently use and maybe it's your go-to. Not sure. But I love sharing with you guys different ideas to kind of, spark your interest maybe, or if you have not, hello, Anna. If you have not made a card recently, maybe it'll just kind of get you back into maybe a little bit of inspiration to start making cards again. So the way this works is I want everybody to know that, yes, I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I do sell my product, but that's not what it's about today. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm not here to do anything. We're just here to make a card. And I want you to know that when you make your cards and when you grab your supplies for these cards during my mystery stamping, I want you to grab what you have on hand. Me, as being a paper crafter for God knows 100 and something years. Okay, maybe not that long, but for me doing it for as long as I have, I've got paper back from Michael's. I've got paper from Hobby Lobby. Even there was a craft store that was opened up back in Oregon, and it was called Crafter's Warehouse. And I love that place. We used to pretty much kind of live in that place. We were there all the time, me and my mom. So use what you have. Don't run out and have to buy a bunch of stuff. This is just for us to have fun to make a card together. So without further ado, I'm going to get into this with you guys. Let's kind of talk about what we're going to need. I did have this posted so you guys could see what it was that you're going to need to have in your supplies. So you need a card base that is 8.5 by 5.5. And what we're going to do with this piece here is we're going to score this in half. So on the long side, we're going to score at 4.25. So it's the big line after the 4, but not the half line, which is even longer. So just so you know, 4.25. We're going to score that there. Now, if you're using the Stampin' Up! Trimmer, it's going to be your light little gadget here. Don't use the dark one because then it's going to wind up cutting through your paper, and we're not going to cut right now. Okay, so we are going to now go ahead, give that a fold, grab a bone folder or whatever it is you use to give your paper a good crease on there. Then the other supply that I had said is you're going to need a piece of Designer Series paper, double-sided and non-directional. So in other words, when you look at this, yes, the direction is going this way, but it's not a image that you have to see that it has to like stand upright, right? So you could use this paper this way, and there's nothing that's going to be sitting this way that's going to throw it off. Same with this. These are all squiggled everywhere that you can hold this paper at any angle and it still looks good. So that's what I meant by non-directional. Then I also said that you need a piece of white. Now this is also going to be 4 by 5 1/4, same size as your pattern paper. And then you need to have either you stamp and die cut something out with one of your die cuts that you want to be as your focal point. Or if you have paper that came with pre-cut die pieces, these will work just fine too. I just grabbed a couple out of this pack here. Now, just to show you what pack I am using, I am using, this is called the Frames and Flowers. This is a specialty designer series paper. It comes with all these little cutout pieces, and there's tons of them in there. So that's what I decided to use because I wanted the pieces that were already cut out. So I'm just going to set those aside because we'll use those in a minute. Same with my white piece. I'm going to set that aside as also because we want to focus on this piece here. Now, I am going to switch the orientation of this card. We're going to make a landscape card for this one. I did make another card going portrait style. So if you decide to do this, either direction, it will work. So I will show you guys that as we get moving here. So for this piece here, I need to grab myself a pencil, something that you could just like make a little mark on here. So I am going to, since I'm going to set this on here like so, I want to focus on this corner right here. You can do this corner up here. It's your choice how you do it, but I'm going to focus on this corner. So I'm going to line this up with my cutting channel here. And I'm just going to mark this at 2.5 on the short side coming from my right hand corner. I'm just going to mark it at the 2.5, and then I'm going to flip it. Now on that long side, I'm going to match my right hand corner up with that 2.5 line and mark on the channel because that's 2.5 and 2.5 down both sides. Now what I can do is I can line both of those up in my little scoring channel here. And again, grabbing that light colored score blade, not the cutting blade, I'm going to make sure both of my pencil marks are in that little channel. And I'm going to lightly, because typically designer series paper is thinner than cardstock. So if you push too hard with your score blade, you will cut the paper. We don't want to do that. We just want to make a score line on that for folding. So I'm just going to go very lightly on there. And I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but there is a light little score line. So now I am done with that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull that back on itself. So this is where your double-sided paper comes in, where you can see both of those colors. Okay. Now what we're going to do with this is we're going to take this and we're going to adhere this right to our same size white. So then the only little part of the white that you're going to see is from where we folded this flat back. Okay, does that make sense? Any questions so far? Watching from the VFW, so funny. I used to work at our local VFW down here. I was a bartender and had a blast there. I used to have my card classes there, but because I live so far out, it just was getting kind of hard with the time and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I love the VFW. Wonderful, wonderful place. They do so many things for our veterans. Okay, so just like that, give that a good push down. Make sure that's all adhered to that white piece. And then with this little flap, I'm just going to take just a little dot of glue and just put it on the corner, just like so. Then I'm just going to pull that back and hold that just for a few seconds. So this is where you get to choose. You can either make your card go portrait style, or as I said, I'm going to turn this and I'm going to do it landscape style. So you can do it how you want. The only thing you're going to have to make sure you pay attention to is if, depending on what stamp you use, I've got a couple of stamps here, not sure if these are going to fit, so I brought in an alternative just in case. When you go to stamp your, yeah, see, that one's not going to work. Okay, that one will work right down there. So when you go to put your stamped image, you just need to make sure that it's going to fit in that little corner area that you've got there. So I'm going to use this Hello Miss You. Okay, and I'm going to stamp this right here in this bottom area of that. Okay, so I'm going to move that, and I'm going to take my Pretty Peacock, since that's the color of my base. Okay, and I'm just going to stamp this right down here in this bottom corner. I'm going to hold that a couple of seconds and let that marinate into that white paper. So I get a nice crisp color on there. Now this piece is going to get adhered right to our card front, like so. Okay, we're going to place this right here. Let that stick there. Okay, just like that. And then that's when we're going to take one of our, or you can use a couple of them. You can do it however you want. If you're using a bigger one, you can place that like kind of up in this corner here. You could take the flowers and kind of angle that like so. You could take the leaves. I kind of like the leaves here. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use my dimensionals to pop this up. And I'm just going to place that right in this corner. Just like that. Now, I did say you can grab embellishments. Embellishments are completely optional, but I do have these really pretty peacock ones here that I thought might be nice to just kind of place some of those on this card, just like so. So there's that, just to kind of add a little bit of bling to that. And then, of course, you could do your inside piece. I mean, you do your inside how you want to. Typically, I would just take a 4 by 5 1/4 of this white paper, and I would just put that inside of there, and then maybe take a 1/2 inch strip of this same designer paper and put on the inside here. So you do the inside how you want to. It's more of the outside that I want you to kind of grab this layout and do as you feel suited in your card. Let me show you the other one that I made. Now this one is doing the portrait style. So just to kind of give you a visual of how that would look if you did it this way. But very, very cute layouts. When you're done with your card, take a picture of it and wait for me to get the picture of this card put up here on the Facebook group. And then you guys will take a picture of your completed cards and you'll put it under in the comments of my card that I'm going to post right here. So I am going to say goodbye. Let me show you what is for the prize giveaway for the month of January. I have this really pretty set of, this is the Blooming Pearls Embellishments. So one of you people who submit your card is going to be receiving this in the mail. I will do the drawing for that on Wednesday the 22nd. So watch for your name. If you submit a card, it'll be wonderful to see all your guys' different layouts that you choose to use. Okay, you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Be safe out there. Enjoy your weekend. And I'll see you guys back on Monday for Make It Monday. All right, you guys, take care. Bye-bye.